So we're going to discuss about the big ruling or the big problem that everybody is concerned with Mecha-Frieza, the turn to kill deck concept. As well as we're going to talk about possible competitive ways to get yourself out of that situation. For all of you who have played this game, Mecha-Frieza is a very powerful leader that has been kind of a pain in the butt. Let's go over the card. Bionic Strike Mecha-Frieza. Permanent. When you activate an extra card, you may choose one card from your life, add it to your hand. If you do, the energy cost of that extra card is reduced by 2 for the duration of the turn. If it reduces the energy cost of an extra card less than 1, you may activate the card without paying any specified cost. So, the front side effect is the exact same thing. The only difference is instead of reducing it by 2, it reduces it by 1. Now, the big problem is with the new extra cards that have coming out, you're able to accelerate plays. Now you're able to awaken, usually by turn 1, since you're ending up playing so many one-cost extra cards that allow you to either search or draw of an extent. The problem is, every time you play said extra card, you're able to pay a life. So, for example, you're playing President's Monoka, that allows you to draw a card, so you play it. Using Frieza's effect, you end up drawing 2, one from your deck and one from your life. So now you're one step closer to awakening. Then you can play it again, and again, and again. Same thing goes with the new Planet Vegeta. You play it again, and again, and again. So the problem is when we get more expansions, these one-cost cards that Frieza is able to play for free will allow you to either accelerate really quickly or awaken really quickly as well, which makes it a little unfair. But with this new super combo that everyone's coming up with, it makes things even more unfair. So that's something that everybody's concerned about, and let's go over what they're talking about. And this is what Bandai says. Thank you for your continued support for the Dragon Ball Super game. We heard a fair amount of concern from parts of the player base about decks using Mecha-Frieza to win second turn of the game. These decks use Mecha-Frieza to reduce the cost of extra cards and getting cards from your life to the hand in doing so. Then they play cards like Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Fearless Pan, Hyper Evolution Super Saiyan 4 Goku by turn 2 and attacking multiple times to win. Go on saying that this is something that we're going to have to deal with, that they're going to keep an eye on this leader. So, in my opinion, from multiple card games I've played in the past, this pretty much means we're going to have a Mecha-Frieza format for at least 2 to 3 regionals. Once those regional results show, if Bandai sees that Mecha-Frieza is dominating the format, they might errata it or do something to it. But at this point, we are going to have to deal with the leader. In the description below, I will have a link to the Bandai site talking about this card and their suggestions on how to combat the turn 2 kill. So, in a nutshell, for those who don't really understand the turn 2 kill with the red GT cards, you pretty much end up playing first turn Planet Vegeta, either search for one of your Goku, Pan, or Super Saiyan 4 piece, add it to your hand, get a life with Frieza, do some more searching, then play the Grand Tour card that lets you check the top cards to either play a Goku or a Pan or a Trunks. Play said Goku on the field, which is the 3 cost that becomes a 5 cost when you're at 4 life less, which is really easy with this deck because by your turn 1 you'll most likely be at 4 life. Then your following turn, evolve it to the Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then from there evolve to Super Saiyan 4. Then from there, use Super Saiyan 4 to attack, discards in hand to restand him and attack, and just until you finish them off. That is the main thing everyone's freaking out about. Now, the other thing people are stressed about is the super consistent yellow-green Saiyan Frieza deck, where you use Planet Vegeta to search you the vegan engine, is what I call it, which searches you Kaba, which then in turn searches you Khalifa or Kale, which in turn lets you summon Khalifa or summon Kale for 1 less of a cost, and then from there you're, smashing your opponent with Kale, and then blowing up cards. So Mecha-Frieza is going to be really messing with the format. How do we stop him? Well, there's a couple of ways. You can either join him and play some kind of Mecha-Frieza variant deck yourself and use your own cold bloodlusts to stop their crazy effects, or your own pressure balls to put their cards at rest, or play some super hand control variant deck using Cell or heavy critical battle cards. For example, Vegeta, obviously he's been there for a while. He may still be sitting around since critical is really powerful against Frieza. The new Bardock, Black Bardock, that gains an extra 500 and strikes with critical. That can definitely apply a lot of pressure toward Frieza, since now they're not able to get more cards to their hand. I feel that red-blue combinations might do best toward Mecha-Frieza. For example, the leader Pan. Every time you summon a battle card, you get that plus 5,000, which applies more pressure toward Mecha-Frieza. And Pan doesn't really care to awaken herself super early. So, you can end up taking a couple of good hits to add more cards to your hand to defend yourself, as well as you have Topo and Frieza to combo and defend yourself and get a free draw too. So that's really good. Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he gets you that free 2 early energy, so you're able to apply early pressure, summoning, your quick attack Trunks to apply pressure with critical. Set yourself up for good defensive play, since you have 2 energy to protect yourself. But after that, the only other thing I can really think of is, negates will be powerful once again. But there was a period of time where playing a negate was okay, since a lot of players, used Jocko for their defensive card, since they were so aggressive. Now we will need these negates, because, that possible new black negate, where it allows you to discard 2 cards to add it back to hand, may see some play. So, now it could be where we before played 2 to 3 negates as a tech, we might end up playing 4 to possibly 5 to 6 negates, depending how rampant the turn 2 red deck is. Keep in mind though, the problem with Mecha-Frieza is if they don't kill you, with this turn 2 deck, by turn 2 or 3, they're going to be clogged. They have so many extra cards stuck in their hand, most likely, where they can't defend themselves. So it's either kind of being able to survive the first two or 3 turns, and then punching in face, or trying to control them super early with your critical and hand discard cards. Well, guys, I hope I was able to be of a little help. Hopefully down below in that link, you're able to get more information from Bandai. And prepare yourselves. It is going to be a Mecha-Frieza format for a little while. Hopefully Bandai might errata it, but do not keep your hopes up. Just practice, practice, practice. Get yourself ready for this new format. Give a thumbs up. Let me know down below if there's any other combinations or ways you might know that can help stop or fight against Mecha-Frieza. Talk to you guys later, and please subscribe.